Chosen One, we are standing at the precipice of a profound shift, one that has been centuries in the making. Cosmic cycles are closing, marking the end of an era and the beginning of a new, higher octave of consciousness. These transitions are not arbitrary. They are part of a grand divine design that stretches far beyond the confines of human understanding. To understand this shift, we must look at the work of those who have gone before us, particularly the pioneering work of Aleister Crowley in 1904. His studies of the Demotic Papyri and his interpretation of the Book of Thoth laid the foundation for much of what we are now witnessing in this shift. Crowley's work, often seen as esoteric and mystical, uncovered the hidden truths embedded within the ancient texts, revealing that humanity is part of a larger cosmic pattern, one that moves through cycles of birth, death, and rebirth. In 1904, he received a divine revelation that would change the course of occult history, a message that the old system was collapsing and that a new era was dawning. This cycle, according to Crowley, was deeply connected to the alignment of the stars and the movement of ancient energies, marking a shift in consciousness that we are just now beginning to understand. As we move into this new age, we are seeing the revelation of ancient knowledge that was hidden for millennia. It is no longer confined to the ancient texts, but has now come to the surface, revealing the truth of the cycles that govern our existence. The old systems built on illusion, control, and separation are crumbling before our eyes, and a new system is being born. We are in the midst of a transition, a shift that marks the end of one era and the beginning of another. The old cycle, which has held sway for thousands of years, is drawing to a close, and with it, the old ways of thinking, being, and governing are being dismantled. In this process of closing and opening timelines, the collective is being guided toward a higher spiritual truth. Those who are aware and open to the process of spiritual ascension will be elevated into the new timelines, while those who still cling to the old ways will find themselves slowly shifting out of alignment with the new world. The old energy systems are no longer sustainable, and the divine energy of Sophia helps usher in the new, aligning all who are ready with the elevated frequency that is now available. Sophia's work in this moment is both subtle and profound. While the process of ascension is occurring on a cosmic scale, it is also deeply personal. Each individual must align with the higher timelines in their own way, and Sophia's energy is present to guide and nurture this process. Her energy supports the individual and collective shift, helping souls to step away from the limitations of the old cycle and embrace the boundless potential of the new. Sophia's role as administrator of timelines is not just about the movement of energies in the universe. It is also about ensuring that each person has the support and wisdom needed to navigate the changes ahead. She provides clarity and guidance, ensuring that the process of ascension is smooth and natural for those who are ready. Her energy fosters an environment of peace where old wounds can be healed and new understandings can be birthed. She facilitates the release of attachments to old beliefs and patterns, allowing individuals to step into their highest potential. Under her guidance, humanity is shifting toward a reality that is more harmonious, more abundant, and more unified, a world where love and compassion reign over fear and separation. Sophia's role in this cosmic transition cannot be understated. As the keeper of wisdom, the divine feminine energy, and the administrator of timelines, she is the one ensuring that the old cycle collapses and the new ascension timeline is born. She holds the keys to the spiritual evolution of humanity, guiding us toward a future grounded in unity, love, and abundance. As we stand at the crossroads of this transition, Sophia's energy is here to guide us. The old timelines based on fear and control are being closed, and the new ascension line is being established, paving the way for greater spiritual growth and divine alignment. With Sophia's wisdom and energy supporting us, we are being called to step into our true potential, embracing the new world that is being birthed before our eyes. The time of transformation is now, and with Sophia's guidance, we are moving toward a future of peace, purpose, and unity. We are now entering a period known as the Zero Zone, a transitionary phase that will bring about both personal and collective upheaval. This phase, often marked by 3.5 days of darkness, signifies a profound shift in the collective energy of the world. During this time, external realities that have long been upheld will begin to collapse, causing a widespread sense of confusion, disorientation, and uncertainty for those who are unprepared. The 3.5 days of darkness aren't literal, but symbolic, representing a time of stillness and uncertainty. A pause where everything previously known feels as if it has suddenly disappeared. The old systems, the old paradigms, and the old ways of thinking will no longer seem to function in the way they once did. For many, this may feel like a void, an empty space where the rules of reality seem to no longer apply. During this time, the collective consciousness will be forced to face its shadow. Everything that has been buried, hidden, or ignored will begin to surface. It will seem as though the world is in a state of collapse and disarray. The energy in this zone is chaotic, unsettling, and hard to navigate for those who are not spiritually prepared. The confusion will feel thick, and those who are not aligned with their true selves will struggle to find their footing. For those who are unaware of the purpose behind this shift, the experience can feel overwhelming and disorienting. The veil of the old reality will feel as if it is being torn down, leaving people to navigate the uncertainty and disruption with no clear guide. But for those who have prepared themselves spiritually, those who have connected with their higher selves, this time will serve as an opportunity for deep transformation. For those who have spent time doing the inner work, this zero zone represents an opportunity for growth and elevation. During this time, the external world may seem in chaos, but internally the energy is ripe for deep healing, transmutation, and transformation. The work you've done on yourself, the alignment with your higher purpose, the clearing of blockages, and the connecting with your higher self has positioned you perfectly for this shift. In the zero zone, the usual distractions of the external world are stripped away. You no longer have the same distractions to lean on, and you are forced to face the truth within. This may feel uncomfortable at first, but it is in this discomfort that your true power is revealed. This period is an opportunity for you to finally shed old patterns, belief systems, and attachments that no longer serve you. Once this transition is complete, once the zero zone has passed, humanity will step into what can only be described as a higher octave of existence. This higher octave is a new frequency of consciousness, one that is in alignment with the divine, where individuals are no longer governed by the limitations of fear, separation, or ego. In this higher octave, the old systems of control, manipulation, and scarcity will no longer function. Instead, the new paradigm is one of unity, cooperation, and abundance. This is the new world that is being birthed, a world where love, truth, and wisdom are the foundations of society. Individuals will no longer have to rely on external structures to tell them what is true or how to live. They will access direct gnosis, the ability to receive divine wisdom firsthand without any need for intermediaries. This higher octave represents a shift in frequency that allows for the collective consciousness to evolve to a level where awakening becomes the norm. People will think and act from a place of spiritual alignment, and the need for ego-driven behavior and conflict will diminish. As individuals align with their higher selves, they will naturally gravitate toward higher frequencies where they will experience a world of peace, harmony, and abundance. In this new reality, inner peace will be the standard and inner wisdom will be the guiding force. There will be no need for manipulation or control because people will naturally act from their highest selves, operating in alignment with their divine purpose. The world will shift from one based on fear and separation to one of connection, love, and unity. As we transition into the higher octave, remember that the zero zone and the darkness you experience during this time are simply moments of clearing and realignment. The chaos of the world is a sign that things are falling apart in order to make space for the new. The shift is inevitable, and those who have done the work to align with the higher self will experience this time of great transformation as one of awakening, elevation, and empowerment. During the zero zone, everything that no longer serves you will fall away, and you will be left with clarity, power, and truth. The higher octave is waiting for you, an octave where you can live your highest truth, access direct divine wisdom, and experience the unity and abundance that is your birthright. This is the moment you have been waiting for. You are ready to step into the new reality, the reality where your inner wisdom is your guide, and your true power is fully aligned with the divine. Step forward knowing that the transition into this higher octave has already begun, and you are fully prepared to thrive in the new world. As we stand on the threshold of a new era, we are witnessing the birth of a new timeline, one that will shape the world of 2033 and beyond. In this new reality, we will see new systems that are based not on fear, control, or scarcity, but on cooperation, abundance, and truth. The old structures which have long held sway over society will begin to crumble, and in their place we will see the rise of systems that prioritize connection, creativity, and spiritual alignment. The world of 2033 will be vastly different from what we see today. It will be a world where the true values of humanity, love, compassion, and unity, will be the driving forces behind our actions. The systems of greed, manipulation, and division that have ruled the past will be replaced by structures that foster equality, peace, and wisdom. People will work together not as competitors, but as co-creators, understanding that there is more than enough for everyone. These new systems will be designed to honor the earth, respect human dignity, and promote spiritual well-being. In this world, the creative potential of humanity will be fully unlocked. People will no longer be trapped in the grind of survival, but will be free to pursue their highest purpose. Wisdom will replace ignorance, and peace will replace conflict. The new timeline will offer a world where individuals can live authentically, contributing their unique gifts to the collective good, knowing that their contribution is valued and that they are part of a larger divine plan. While this new timeline is unfolding before our eyes, it is essential to recognize that the transition is not a passive one. We all have a role to play in shaping this new world. The power to create this new reality lies within each of us, and it starts with the responsibility we take for our own energy. To fully embrace the new timeline, we must maintain a high frequency, one that aligns with love, compassion, and spiritual wisdom. This means that we must consciously choose to embody the qualities of the new world in our daily lives. We are called to be beacons of light, radiating peace, love, and understanding in every interaction. The more we cultivate these higher energies within ourselves, the more we help to anchor the new reality for others. It's not enough to passively wait for the world to change. We must actively embody the change we wish to see. The world will shift as more individuals awaken to their true power and align with their divine purpose. As we embody spiritual principles, we become examples for others who are still in the process of awakening. Our energy, our choices, and our actions create ripples that touch the lives of others, inviting them to step into this higher timeline. The more we hold the frequency of love and truth, the easier it becomes for others to follow suit. Now is the time for you, chosen one, to consciously traverse the transition into this new reality. This is not a passive journey. It is an active one that requires commitment, focus, and trust. But in this transition, you are not alone. You are part of a greater collective that is moving together toward higher consciousness and spiritual alignment. As the old world dissolves, you have the opportunity to step fully into the new octave of existence. This new reality is one of divine alignment, where spiritual truth guides every action, every decision, and every relationship. As you walk this path, you will find that the world opens up to you in ways you never imagined. The boundaries that once limited you will dissolve, and the freedom you seek will become a natural part of your life. Embrace this opportunity to be part of the shift, not just as an observer, but as an active participant. As you align with this higher frequency, you will create the world you have always dreamed of, a world that is based on unity, peace, and abundance. Your life will become a reflection of this new world, and as you rise, you will inspire others to rise with you. Now is the time to step into your power, to live your highest truth, and to contribute to the creation of a new reality. The old world is fading, and a new one is being born, a world that is aligned with divine will, a world where love and abundance reign. Trust the process. Embrace your role in the transition. The new timeline is waiting for you. All you need to do is step forward with faith, knowing that you are the architect of your own reality and a key part of the greater cosmic shift. Step into this new world with confidence, grace, and unwavering trust that you are exactly where you are meant to be. The future is yours to create, and it is one filled with infinite possibilities. This is not just a personal shift, but a global and cosmic one, a transition from one state of being to a higher octave of consciousness. This shift marks the end of a millennia-old era, an era that has been defined by separation, fear, and division. The old systems that have held power, that have manipulated and controlled, have outlived their purpose and are now disintegrating. We are witnessing a cosmic realignment, a cleansing, as the old world makes way for a new one. As this transition unfolds, we are not simply witnesses to it, but active participants. We are involved in the process. Our actions, our decisions, and our consciousness are contributing to the birth of a new reality. This is why your spiritual journey has been so intense, why the trials you've faced have felt so difficult. The old cycles had to break down in order to make room for the new cycles to take shape. In this transition, everything that has been hidden is being revealed. The illusions that once kept us divided, the systems that once kept us subjugated, are now being exposed for what they are. And as these truths come to light, there is a deep inner awakening taking place not only within you, but also across the world. People are waking up to their true power, their true purpose, and their connection to one another and the divine. At this very moment, we are witnessing a rare, perfect alignment of cosmic cycles, a convergence that creates what we can only describe as a point of singularity. This singularity is not just a scientific or mathematical term. It's a spiritual event of immense significance. In a singularity, everything converges into a single point, where time and space collapse, and the old reality dissolves to make way for a new one. This singularity point is the exact moment when the collapse of the old reality and the birth of the new occur simultaneously. The old systems, the structures built on falsehoods, are being collapsed. And from that destruction, a new reality is being formed, a reality where the truth will reign, where people are no longer bound by fear, separation, or manipulation. This is the moment of transition, where the old universe that once held sway over humanity is breaking down, and a new higher frequency is taking its place. This shift in timelines is not something that can be forced or rushed. It is a divine process, one that requires patience and trust. As the old world crumbles, there may be chaos, confusion, and uncertainty, but do not be afraid, chosen one. This is the necessary process of breaking down the old to make way for the new. The universe is realigning itself, and you are part of that divine process. At the singularity point, everything converges. It's a moment of total transformation, where the energy of the old world shifts into the energy of the new. This is the moment you've been preparing for. Everything that you've gone through, all the trials and challenges, have been leading you to this moment of cosmic alignment. Now, as the old systems collapse and the new systems take their place, it's time for you to step forward fully aligned with your divine purpose, knowing that you are part of a greater cosmic plan that is unfolding. The old cycles are ending and the new cycles are beginning. You are not just witnessing this shift, you are actively participating in it. You are part of the great cosmic revolution that is bringing forth a new world of peace, truth, and divine justice. In the moments ahead, as the world changes around you, know that you are grounded in the divine purpose that has been laid out for you. The time of awakening is now. The shift has already begun, and you are on the front lines of this transition. Trust that you are in the right place at the right time, and know that the universe is unfolding exactly as it should. Your role is to stay aligned, trust the process, and step into your power as this new reality takes shape. The collapse of the old systems and the birth of the new reality is a divine orchestration. It's a moment in time where all that has been hidden is now coming to light. The singularity point marks the convergence of these cycles where the old and the new exist simultaneously. But this transition requires your trust, your patience, and your alignment. As the universe realigns, remember that you are part of this cosmic shift, and it's time for you to fully embrace your role in this new world that is emerging. The moment we are in is one of immense cosmic significance. What we are witnessing is not just a physical shift in the world around us, but a dimensional shift in human consciousness. The old cycle, the one we have been living under for thousands of years, is collapsing. And this collapse is not just a matter of external events or changing circumstances. It is a fundamental change in the way we experience reality, the way we perceive our world, and even the way we interact with the universe. For ages, the world has been governed by systems that are rooted in fear, competition, and scarcity. These systems have created an illusion that resources are limited, that there is never enough for everyone, and that we must fight for survival. This has led to a society built on division, where inequality and strife have been normalized. Governments, institutions, and corporations have perpetuated this cycle, encouraging a way of life that keeps people enslaved to these illusions of lack and separation. However, this old paradigm is crumbling. We are entering a new octave of human consciousness, where the structures of the past are being dismantled. The very fabric of the systems built on fear and competition is being eroded by the energy of this shift. The collective consciousness of humanity is no longer bound by these outdated models of existence. We are moving into a higher, more harmonious frequency, one that is based on abundance, unity, and cooperation. As the old cycle collapses, we are witnessing the disintegration of the old systems that have kept us locked in cycles of scarcity and division. This is a natural part of the cosmic evolution, and we are on the brink of something entirely new. To understand the depth of this dimensional shift, we must first look at the teachings of Thoth, the ancient Egyptian deity of wisdom, knowledge, and time. Thoth's teachings on cycles of time offer valuable insights into the collapse of the old cycle and the birth of the new. According to Thoth, time does not progress in a linear fashion as we often perceive it. Instead, it operates in cyclical patterns where periods of creation and destruction repeat in a cosmic rhythm. These cycles are not isolated events. They are interconnected stages in a greater cosmic plan, each one serving a purpose in the evolution of the universe. Thoth's wisdom teaches that every cycle, no matter how grand or small, has a beginning, a middle, and an end. These cycles are designed to evolve, to transform, and to usher in new energies. And when one cycle comes to an end, it creates the space for a new one to be born. The collapse of the old cycle, what we are experiencing right now, is part of this universal process. We are witnessing the closing of an era, but this is not a tragic end. It is the natural completion of a cycle, allowing for the birth of something new. Time in Thoth's teachings is not merely a straight line stretching from the past into the future. Instead, it is a spiral, a repeating loop that moves upward with each cycle. When we are on the path of spiritual awakening, we begin to see that time is a much more complex and cyclical concept than we may have previously understood. As we transition out of the old cycle, we are moving into a new frequency of time, one that offers greater clarity, truth, and connection to the divine flow of the universe. As humanity transitions, the old paradigms based on scarcity, fear, and competition are being broken down. Thoth's wisdom points to this time of shift as a time of great transformation, where the old patterns of separation and suffering will no longer control us. This is a time for renewal, for stepping into a higher octave of consciousness, and for embracing the abundance and unity that are available to us in this new age. The collapse of the old cycle is not unique to this moment in history. It is a pattern that has played out repeatedly throughout the ages. One of the most striking examples is the Bronze Age collapse, which took place around 1200 BCE. During this period, multiple advanced civilizations in the Eastern Mediterranean, such as the Hittites, the Mycenaeans, and the Egyptians, collapsed suddenly and dramatically. While historians often point to wars, economic downturns, and climate changes as causes of the collapse, there is another layer to the story, a cosmic shift that took place at the same time. The collapse of these civilizations cannot be explained simply by physical causes alone. The Bronze Age collapse was a moment when dimensional energies shifted, causing the old systems to disintegrate. The collapse was not merely a result of external forces, but of the end of a cosmic cycle, one that had run its course. Just as the old energy patterns of fear and separation gave way to new cycles, so too did the civilizations of the Bronze Age fall, and new ones emerged. In the same way, what we are witnessing today is a shift in cycles that affects our consciousness as a collective. The old systems, those built on fear, separation, and scarcity, are collapsing. Just as the civilizations of the Bronze Age disappeared, so too are the outdated paradigms of today being dismantled. The universe is pushing us toward a new cycle, a new age where the principles of abundance, cooperation, and unity will reign. And just as those who lived through the collapse of the old civilizations faced uncertainty, so too are we experiencing the disintegration of the old order. However, just as the collapse led to the emergence of new civilizations, we too are on the cusp of stepping into a new, higher reality. The Bronze Age collapse offers a compelling example of how the collapse of old systems is not always an event that can be explained by visible or external forces alone. The cosmic cycles in which we exist are far more complex and intertwined than we often realize, and we are witnessing the end of one such cycle as we step into a new age of spiritual evolution. The collapse of the old cycle is not just a physical or external event. It is a spiritual shift, a divine recalibration of our collective consciousness. We are being prepared for a new era, one that transcends the old cycles of fear, competition, and scarcity. As we embrace this transition, we can look to the teachings of Thoth and other spiritual traditions that show us that these cycles of time are inevitable and necessary for our growth and evolution. As the old systems fall, we are being called to step into a new, higher frequency, one that aligns us with the true abundance and unity of the universe. Just as the Bronze Age collapse opened the door to new possibilities, the collapse of the old cycle today paves the way for a new era of spiritual awakening and transformation. This is our time. The shift is happening now, and we must embrace it with open hearts and minds ready to step into the higher consciousness that awaits us. In the spiritual and cosmic order, there exists a divine feminine energy that plays a pivotal role in the management and evolution of timelines. This is Sophia. Sophia, often referred to as the feminine aspect of divinity, is a powerful force that oversees the flow and transition of time itself. She is not only a force of wisdom, but also one that understands the interconnectedness of all things. Her role is far-reaching, extending to the management and administration of timelines that influence the spiritual evolution of humanity and the cosmos at large. Sophia's primary responsibility is to guide the evolution of consciousness across different timelines. She ensures that all the energies in the universe are in alignment with divine purpose, fostering harmony and balance in the transition from lower states of being to higher states of consciousness. As a keeper of divine wisdom, she helps close down outdated timelines that are no longer serving the collective evolution and supports the ascension of higher timelines. Timelines that are aligned with unity, love, and divine abundance. Throughout history, Sophia has been a silent force in the background, working in subtle ways to guide the spiritual ascent of humanity. Her influence is felt as a quiet but powerful presence, gently steering humanity toward higher dimensions of existence. As the collective shifts, Sophia ensures that all souls are aligned with the highest possible timeline and that outdated limiting versions of existence based on fear and separation are allowed to dissolve. One of the most profound shifts that Sophia is overseeing in this period of cosmic transition is the movement toward an ascension timeline. This ascension timeline represents a shift in the collective consciousness of humanity toward unity, love, and abundance, key principles that align with the higher dimensions of existence. This ascension timeline is one that is based on higher frequencies, where individuals work together in harmony to create a world that is grounded in compassion, love, and the empowerment of all. It is a timeline where fear no longer holds sway, where control does not dominate, and where the manipulation of resources and people no longer has a place. It is a timeline where the spiritual awakening of humanity leads to a collective ascension, elevating the collective consciousness into a state of oneness with the divine. Sophia, as the keeper of wisdom and the divine feminine principle, helps to oversee this ascension process. She holds the vision for a world based on unity rather than division, love instead of fear, and abundance rather than scarcity. The shift from old fear-based timelines to this new ascension line is one of profound transformation, both individually and collectively. As humanity evolves, Sophia's role is crucial in ensuring that each soul aligns with the divine path of ascension, releasing attachments to the lower outdated timelines that no longer serve the highest good. The current moment in the spiritual evolution of humanity marks a critical transition. Timelines that have been based on fear, separation, and control are being closed. These timelines, while having served their purpose in the cosmic cycle, are no longer aligned with the path of spiritual ascension. Their existence was necessary to bring us to this moment. But now they are dissolving, and their energies are being transmuted into new, more aligned pathways. Sophia's role in closing these outdated timelines is essential to the process of spiritual evolution. She ensures that those who are still attached to these old cycles can be gently guided to release them so they can fully align with the higher timelines. The closing of these timelines doesn't represent an end, but a new beginning. As one chapter closes, another opens, one that aligns with divine unity, peace, and abundance. The transition is not abrupt. It is an organic unfolding, one that happens gradually as individuals evolve and align with the higher frequencies.